Golf is hard enough at times, but when you watch all these instruction videos about how to swing the golf club, it's so difficult then to put it actually into practice, because you're seeing me from the front on view, which again is good, but it's really difficult to see because when you're a golfer, you look down on that golf ball. You can't see yourself from the front, so you can't actually see necessarily what your golf club is doing and what it needs to do when it comes in. So I'm going to be showing you a completely different angle today to show you exactly where your golf club needs to be when you're striking an iron, when you're striking your second shots, because a lot of you might struggle. You might hit it left or right, short, or maybe long. Very rarely long, unfortunately, because the quality of contact might not be quite as good as it could be. But today, I'm going to show you exactly where you ideally need to be at impact and how you get yourself there from the golfer's eye view. Before we start, don't forget, sun shining, golf season is here. Don't forget, comment below. I want to hear how you are getting on so far in your golfing season. Any help that you need, please don't hesitate, comment below. I'd like to think now that most people know exactly where you need to be coming into impact. A lot of people know that you need that handle slightly ahead coming into that golf ball. But the problem is it's difficult to know, one, how to get there, but also two, getting away from what so many of you do, and that's try and scoop the ball up in the air. You do not want to try and scoop the ball up in the air. It does make common sense purely on the basis that you're trying to get that ball up in the air. So what you end up doing without even realizing is letting that golf club overtake your handle of your golf club. And as a result, the problem is we just cannot get that golf club down to that ground where it should be. What you ideally need to do, and what I want you to feel today, is the feeling as you're coming into that golf ball. I don't care how you set up. I don't care. This is not a backswing lesson. This is not a setup lesson. This is about how you get to impact. And I want you to make sure, just taking the club back very, very, very short, just outside the right foot, and then keeping the handle, and this is the key today, I want you to feel the handle keeps moving through that golf ball. You'll notice how the handle is now on the end of this mat just here. The problem that you get is, again, when you try and scoop the ball up in the air, trying to get that ball up in it as high as you possibly can do, look at where we are at impact. Look at where we are on the follow through. That handle is miles behind. That's going to be a massive struggle to make good, consistent contact. So your drill today is making sure that the handle is more ahead. How do you do that? I want you to keep moving the handle through that ball. Look, it's almost like the handle is actually moving a lot more than the club head itself. It just feels like that. It looks like that. But that's how we really squeeze that golf ball out there. That's how we really compress, by feeling the hands moving. Because if the hands stop, then something's got to keep moving. The momentum of the club head keeps going. That is going to be no good to man nor beast with regards to quality of contact. I want you to keep that handle moving through that ball to get you into a much better impact position, to really feel like we're squeezing that golf ball. We're really compressing that golf ball. Listen to that mat. That's exactly what we should be experiencing. And then we do that with the golf ball. And lo and behold, that's where we were at impact, really squeezing the ball out the way. Try it. Feel like you're squeezing the ball through the ball as opposed to scooping it. You won't believe your quality of contact.